This is Oceanside Forest by Carl-TG and Pixelfarm. It's 142.74 megabytes to download. This does require 2 mods for you to download before you can play the map, and they are Caravan by Maka and the Lizard TF840/B pack by Vectorman. They will automatically download once you start downloading this map. That's if you haven't already got them installed. The description says this map is a simple login map, and there is the collectible Alpine Cheeses. The map has 1 sell point to sell all of your FS22 products, 2 fields, 3 areas to buy, Oceanside, precision farm and ready. I don't understand this bit. It says 100 default mapUS collectibles, but as far as I can tell it's just the cheeses. So I'm not sure about that, but there is a custom amount of wildlife is spawned on the map. Again, not quite sure what that means. I hope you enjoy the map and good luck finding the collectibles. So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where it starts you off in all 3 modes, and this is the map. I am in new farmer mode. We start off down here right by the little fuel point, and as you can see it is called Oceanside Forest because we do have a bit of an ocean down here, which is pretty cool. So like it says, it is a forestry map, as you can see. Now in new farmer mode, brace yourselves, we start off with all of that. So basically the whole of the map bar these 2 fields. So yeah, I know that's not probably gonna please some people, because a lot of people like to start off with like a small plot, and I think I would rather do that myself. Start off with a small plot, build yourself up, because you're going to make a ton of money from forestry and just sort of buy plots as you go. But yeah, you start off with all of that, which is madness. And the good news is as well, the prices of all the land on this map is dirt cheap. So if you come on here in Farm Manager and start from scratch, you don't start off with any land. But to buy this whole area, it's only 410,425. In the 2 fields, this one here 5,120, and this one 3,884. So very cheap indeed. As you can see, it takes in everywhere: the ocean, the shop area and sell point, etc. So yeah, wow. Hopefully you can see there is areas which are a little bit more open. They do have trees in, but they're not as dense, so you can see just a few sort of dots there. But these areas here are quite heavily populated with trees, and the same there. There is a stretch along here which is pretty much open, but that has got power lines running all the way across the map like that. But as you can see, there's a few sort of spots here and there where it's going to be a little bit more open, like so, less trees. There is tracks running around, as you can see. These little loops at the end, you'll see a couple of them in a bit. They just loop round. There's a couple of trees there, that's it. But it's not a completely flat map. It has got some challenging areas to it. But yeah, so you know, there you go. Gonna make tons of money on here. So just literally clear and do whatever. Interestingly enough, there is no sawmill, but we do have a sell point down here which will take pretty much everything, bar a couple of little things like seeds and fertilizer, etc. like that. In this menu, if we scroll here, there is the 12 collectibles. They are going to be the cheese wedges. You can see the sort of sundial in a second as we move around. There's no productions on the map yet, so that's down to you. Those 2 fields, there is going to be contracts available on them. I came on here earlier and they weren't showing any contracts, but obviously there is one there now, which is good for the video. No animal pens. We'll talk about equipment in a second. There is no custom crops or anything, but what I did notice is there are some very good prices for some of the things on here. If we scroll down a bit more, look at the price for wood. So that is just going to be madness. 27 grand for cake. 60 grand for clothes. There's some really wow prices on it. Custom, sorry, crop calendar isn't custom, it's standard, like so, and that pretty much is it. Now we do start off, like I say, down here at the shop area, which we're tour around, but our sort of area, it's not a farm, is up here. We do have the farmhouse, which is the caravan. You don't start off with that in Farm Manager and start from scratch, but you do start off with all the equipment. I'll talk about that in a bit more detail in a second, so that you're not getting too confused, because I'm starting to confuse myself as we speak. But yeah, all of our equipment's up here, plus our sort of farmhouse, but we start off down here. So what I'm probably going to do in a minute is reset the pickup down here. We'll jump in and we'll go round. I'm only going to go up round this way so you get to see the fields, like so, and then we'll come down into our area so you can see a little bit of the map. But there we have it. In terms of mods, all that there is those two required mods. So the caravan you'll find under your build mode and in farmhouses, and there it is. That is actually 22 slots that is taking up. So if you sell that, get rid of that, that will bring a few slots back in, but the slot count is very low, which we will go through in a second. And then the only other thing is the forestry equipment. You can find it here if you want to. So it's this harvester sort of thing and the 3 attachments. But we do start off with that, which we'll go through in a second. But obviously the big machine you'll find under your vehicles, under forestry, and then the attachments will be under tools and under forestry equipment. So let's do slot counts. So new farmer mode, like I say, what I am in, it is 519 slots, and we start off with exactly the same equipment in all 3 modes, but I'll come on to the other 2 modes in a second. So we do start off with 2 of these Lizard TF840/Bs, which you'll see a bit later. We've got the 1986 Lizard pickup, we've got a chainsaw, and then in forestry equipment we've got the 3 attachments that go with those harvesters, like so. So we've actually got the wood harvester itself attachment, got a clam bunk which you can hook onto the back, which you'll see when we get up there. So you can put your logs on the back, close the jaws of that, and you can drive around dragging them along, and then this guy's going to pick it up like a crane, like so. So that is what are we in? New farm mode. Now if you want to sell off all of that equipment, you can get the slot count down to 488, and if you sell that farmhouse as well, because that is the only other thing you can sell on here, you can get it down to 466, because like I say, that is worth 22 slots, that farmhouse. Farm manager and start from scratch. If you come on here, as I said before, you don't start off with that plot of land, but you will be able to buy it in both modes. But the slot count is 497. You don't get any farmhouse as well with that, like I said. But obviously if you sell off the equipment, you can get the slot count back down to 466, like so. And that is it. So what we'll do, so fuel point is there to save me coming back. We'll have a little run down onto the beach actually, because you can see it's a pretty cool area. I do like this. We've got a few palm trees here. It's a bit random, the mix of trees on the map. You'll see as we go round. A nice little area. We've got boats and ships moving around as well on the map, which is pretty cool. Right, let's run up here. I'll reset that pickup and we'll get going. There's the sundial where your cheese wedges will appear. So let's get that bad boy reset. As you can see, there's your reset point, like so. This is quite a big area. Now there's a lot of decoration on here. All these buildings you can see you cannot sell, we do have a few things down here. So straight away this is our shop menu, so no actual building. Now I'm thinking they might have done this to sort of kind of simulate that you're ordering some equipment and it's going to be brought in by boat. Be careful you don't fall down there. So that's not a bad little idea, quite like that. But we will jump in the pickup. Got a nice rock formation that runs across the back there and up, which is where I might take my thumbnail from, up there. Straight away here, this is the one and only sell point at the minute we've got on here, and this is shipment port, and you're going to be able to sell your wood here as well. So we don't need a sawmill just yet, but if you want to get going with productions and things like that, you might want to get one further on down the line. Like I say, this is all decoration. We can't go in any of these buildings, we cannot sell them, so you can't get rid of them, which is a bit of a shame again, because this is a huge area. And then round this corner we do have the animal dealer, but we do not have any animal pens as of yet. Over here we've got a workshop trigger, like so, and then we're kind of back over there is the fuel station where we started off. So like I say, we will head on up to our little area, and you'll see the 2 fields and a load of trees. What I will say about some of the trees, and you will see in a second, you know, like the silver sort of birch trees that we get, before we get to them we'll show you this field. So pretty good size field that, especially for just over 5 grand. Look at that, nice good field that. So yeah, the silver birch type sort of trees we get, they're normally sort of low down, real fiddly, but a lot of the trees on here have really long trunks before we get any sort of foliage like that. I mean, look how high that is, look at the length of that trunk. I don't think these guys are worth a great deal anyway, but there you go. So the same with some of these. I don't know, I swear some of them look really taller than normal, especially the trunks. Could just be me, probably is just me having a moment. Right, past that field, like I say, very good size field that, I like that. Into the second field, which isn't as huge. Oh, we've just gone past a little clearing, there's all the power lines, look. So you can see it is quite open either side. We do have a few trees that side, but it is pretty open. And there is the second field, so a bit smaller but still quite a decent size. Obviously if you start clearing trees you can extend them. Bit of a rock formation there, and then there's one of those sort of loops there. So as you can see, it's just where the track loops round, nothing special. But we do go up a little bit here, so like I say, not completely flat. And then we have a little bit of a hairpin coming up, so get your handbrake ready. Whiz around there like so. And there's these really tall pines. I mean, even those look taller to me. Are they taller than normal? They just look huge. Could just be me. Right, we are almost at our little area. Now I'll show you when we get there an example. Oh, we do have a few trees in the middle of the track here and just here as well, which obviously you can skip through, but what I was trying to say is once we get up to our little area, I'll show you one of the sort of less denser areas which we've got just at the end of our sort of plot of land. Well, in fact we own all of this, don't we? So, but just here where all our machinery is, that is what I'm trying to say. So we'll stop there. Here is our little caravan. I love this mod, it's pretty cool. I used this on the Western Wilds roleplay series. Sleep trigger up the back. Pretty cool little mod. Got all the decoration out the front. And then there is our two beast of machines. So this one's set up for your tree actual harvesting. Obviously you can swap the heads over, and then it's got that clam bunk on the back, so you'd open the drawers up, you can load your logs on the back and you can drag them around. And then this guy's set up to actually pick the logs up like a crane, as you can see. Again, the jaws open, load them on the back. But as it stands, you're not going to get huge logs on there. It does have tension straps on there as well. So there you go. And if we run out here, this is one of the sort of less denser areas which you can see on the map. So yeah, only a few trees in here. Just clear a few and then you can open that right up, but it's not flat, as you can see. But that's about it, I think, guys. I think I've covered everything. That is Oceanside Forest. Let me know your thoughts on it, as always. That is by Carl-TG and Pixelfarm. So if you have enjoyed the little tour, please hit that like button. That goes a long way to supporting the channel and letting YouTube know how awesome you think I am, which I hope you do. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been FarmSim Snowy. Stay frosty.